Hi guys, Jonathan Ingram here. Today we're going to learn a simple fade-in animation just like the one you see here. It's going to be super easy and I'm going to show you how you can apply it to any view. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'll go ahead and show you my layout file. I just have a simple image view and a radio button and then a standard button. And position them in a relative layout, and these are their IDs. If you've seen my video tutorials before, you know I follow this similar format where I say whether it's an activity or fragment, and then I'll give some kind of description of the activity, a quick kind of a shortcode of what that type is. I do RDB for radio button, BT for button, things like that, and then I actually name or give the view a name. And then in our main activity, you're going to see a couple things. First, we create our variables for our UI elements, and then we make sure we load our activity layout. And then we want to hook our variables to our UI. It's all standard stuff. But I want you to take note of these lines right here. I'm currently setting my radio button and my profile image to be invisible. And you do that by calling set visibility view, and you pass in view.invisible. If you wanted to make it visible, you would do view.visible. But in this case, we're going to keep it at invisible. And then I set an on-click listener for my fade button, and I created a method that passes in a view. And this is very important. You want to make sure you think about ways you can reuse your code, and this way I can pass in any view I want and it'll set an animation for it. So let's take a look at that method. So first we have to create an alpha animation, and I'm just calling it anim for short. And then this requires a starting point and an end point for the alpha values. 0.0f, these are floating point numbers. That is completely invisible. And then 1.0f is completely visible. So we're going from invisible to visible. If you wanted to do a fade out animation, you would just reverse these two values. And then we want to set the length of this animation. In this case, I only want it to take a second, and you enter in a millisecond type value. So 1000 milliseconds equals a second, so I put in 1000. And then you want to start that animation on your view, and since we're passing in a view, I just call view.startAnimation, and then I pass in my alpha animation. Now after the animation is complete, I want to make sure that whatever view I passed in is set to visible. Otherwise, as soon as the animation finishes, it's going to go back to the invisible settings that we set up previously. And that is how you do a simple fade in or fade out animation on a view in your Android apps. The reason I'm showing this is it's kind of a precursor to another tutorial coming out later this week, where we're going to kind of give our app another nice UI touch. And I hope you like this tutorial. If you have any other suggestions or if you have any questions, make sure you put them in the comments below. And as always, thank you for your time.